FM in Jesup, WIFO-FM Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show for the 15th day of March, and it's brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
We're FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South First Street right here in Jesup.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio.
And on the phone with us is Bill Werkheiser. Again, Buddy Deloach tied up in an Ethics Commission meeting, so called Bill. And Bill's been a regular on the show for many years, Wednesdays with Werkheiser. And Bill, appreciate you calling in today. Give us an update on what's taking place up at the state capitol.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Things are, this time of year, absolutely crazy. Better keep your head on a swivel because you never know what's coming. We have only like 7 legislative days left, but have 2 weeks from today, actually, before we get to come home. So the days are long, and so we're at the posture now that all of the House bills that passed are being heard in the Senate, and the ones in the Senate are here in the House bills and vice versa. And so not really that much action on the floor, but that's about to change real quickly here in a couple of days. We're about to be flooded as they get out of committee, and that's why a lot of committees at 8 o'clock that normally wouldn't be at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we're just trying to get them all in.
Yeah, well, the good news is, they said the governor had a press conference this week talking about giving all this money back to Georgian taxpayers. So, again, to get an income tax break, getting that homeowners break as well. So I call it the Show Me the Money campaign, but a lot of money going to a lot of people. So a lot of surplus. They said it's the taxpayers' money anyway, so why not give it back?
There you go. And we had about $6.6 billion, and the breaks you just mentioned ate up half of that. So I know $500 may not sound like a lot, but when you spread that out among 11 million Georgians, half of that goes back. But the reality is we already had a budget set. We had our needs met, and so sure we could have found a way to spend it. There was no shortage of people asking for money, but it's not our money. It's the folks that sent us here their money. So I wish we'd do that every year. Just whatever excess over the budget, just send it all back.
Stephen Meek was with us Monday. He's proposed that bill where they're trying to increase the weight on Georgia roads. Do you have any idea where that's at this point?
Well, got brought up yesterday with a senator. So as the games are being played, we had the Senate Majority Leader presenting the bill, and Stephen and I were in that committee, and there was a little jiving going back and forth. How bad do you need this bill? Because we see that y'all haven't taken up the truck weight bill yet. So there's a lot of that goes on the last couple of days. And so that, I was going to bring that up. That was actually one of our most contentious bills we've had this year. And so Stephen's been in the spotlight. And it was a very weird split. Like almost every vote we take, it's either unanimous, minus 2 or 3 votes, no votes. It's either down party lines or it's Metro rule. This one, in fact, I went and got the whip sheet after the vote was taken, and there was no rhyme or reason. There was Metro Democrats that voted for it, and there was rural Democrats that voted against it, which really surprised me. But it was quite a floor fight, and only passed by a couple of votes. So I don't know if the Senate's going to take it up or not, because it was very contentious.
Yeah, we had Stephen on. He explained his reasoning pretty much, how farmers are up against it against other states. But he's up against the Georgia DOT. They're opposed to it. So, again, as he mentioned, he's trying to just get one more vote on his side than against his side. But I was just curious how it's going to play out because, like I said, there is a lot of people opposed to the increase in weight on the Georgia road. So, but it'll be interesting how it all plays out.
Yeah, and it was a really tough vote for us politically because our businesses and farmers wanted it. Our city officials and county officials were calling us for us to vote against it. And then, like you said, the Department of Transportation, it's very odd that we would go against an agency. But something's got to give, and Stephen and I both went with the business community and the farmers without them. And it's just crazy, the argument that I gave people. We're the lowest in the Southeast, and yet we have the best roads. And the argument is, it's only 20,000 more pounds. That 20,000 makes that's a 20% if you're looking at 100,000 pounds. And so these farmers and loggers have to make, instead of making 4 trips, they're making 5. So the argument could be made that you're actually wearing and tearing the roads more by having 20% more traffic. And, all the arguments are theoretical because you don't know for sure. You got engineers arguing both ways. So
and just join us.
Interesting vote.
If you just join us, Bill Werkheiser on the phone with us Wednesdays with Werkheiser. You mentioned you got 7 more days. I'm sure there's some other bills contentious. Haven't heard much lately on the gambling issue. Is that dead or is that still alive? Where does that stand?
I think they're all dead, and even like Stephen and I differed on that one, which we're usually in sync. He was against sports betting, and of course against casinos and everything. I was okay with the online sports betting, but against all other forms like casinos and everything. And the reasoning was that unlike the casinos and the others, everybody is doing the online, and we're missing over $200 million in revenue. And people who want to do it, it's just so easy to read. You can't do it if you're in the state of Georgia. But if you're betting online, there's just so many ways to do it. Just geofence your phone or do a VPN and trick your phone into thinking it's in New York. So people are doing it. I'd rather regulate it, get the bookies, the more shady ways of doing it out of the way if we could do it online. So, but anyway, we kept doing whip counts in our caucus, the Republican caucus, and we were a couple of votes short. And our position has always been, we're not going to put a bill on the floor that the only way we can pass it is with the minority party. Whether you or I agree with that, we've taken. So that's why we didn't.
A lot's been made of the transgender bills. Explain those.
So was about to bring that up. That's probably the most contentious, and boy, that was a lightning rod yesterday. The bill was heard in the Senate. The Senate bill was heard in the House, and it was a pack. And I had a lot of parents coming up to me and, trying to lobby. So the transgender bill would prevent a parent, from doing non-reversible surgery on their children before they're 18. And I think that's an awesome bill. We had parents yesterday that said, I knew that my 3-year-old, born as a girl, wanted to be a boy. And I'm thinking, when I was 4, I wanted to be a pirate. So I'm glad my parents didn't cut my arm off and poke my eye out. I think that's just ridiculous as a 3 or 4-year-old to do that kind of, surgery or start giving hormone blockers. And so that bill is to prevent until they're 18. Once they're 18, they make their own decisions. They can vote, buy cigarettes, but before that, I'm absolutely opposed. But the minority party, or they are up in arms about that. They think we just hate everybody. So, but I'm sure it passed. I watched some of the committee yesterday, and then had to leave. I watched it on closed circuit TV. But had to leave, so I'm assuming they took the vote and passed it out. Well, I know they did. I saw the headline this morning. So it passed out of committee with some changes. So it will come to the floor, and it will be hotly debated.
First time we had a chance to talk to you during the session, we're past the pandemic. A lot of people are visiting the Capitol. So has it been, refreshing to have people walk through the halls, have pages up there, have people come visit?
It is, and it's been awesome in that respect. Because, this is a people business. And actually, I've seen a lot of Wayne County folks, and I think Nikki Thomason's coming up tomorrow. So, yes, that's been good. The downside is traffic is back to pre-pandemic. I was coming from Marietta the first part of the session, and during COVID, it was a 12, 15-minute drive. It's 40, 45, 50 minutes now. So, back to being downtown. But so yeah, it's good. The halls are full. All the groups, the Boy Scouts and just all the groups are up here. So it's been really good. And yeah, I've seen a good bit of Wayne County folks, some Patnell, some Jeff Davis, Athling. So it's been good. We're back in full swing.
Still think it'll win at the end of the month?
What's
the
that?
Schedule? I said the session. You still think it'll win by the end of the month?
Yeah, Wednesday. So 2 weeks from today. So the last 2 days will be, day 39 will be a Monday. We'll have a day in between for committee days, and then the day 40 will be March, I think that's 28th on a Wednesday.
Okay. I know they just want to get out of there before the Masters hits, so everybody's headed to Augusta. Yep. So, but again, it was good to see you Saturday at the Pine Forest Country Club. Still enjoy having you come over and play with us, so that's always a lot of fun. So appreciate you being here on the show at the last minute. Like I said, I texted you this morning. A buddy called and said he was tied up in a committee meeting with the Ethics Commission. So I appreciate you filling in here on Wednesdays with Werkheiser. Appreciate you calling in. Like I said, always good to see you. And anything else wanted to, I guess you can give your information for your constituents that are listening as well, that if they want to get a hold of you, how they do that.
Yeah, and always, and as I was telling Butch before we went on air, they might be former constituents, but they're not former friends. So people can still reach out, catch me on my cell phone, or 912-237-0145, or bill@werkheiser.com. And still working with Stephen and Senator Tillery a lot on issues. So it's been good.
Sounds.
Appreciate it. And yes, it's been good seeing y'all on Saturday.
Okay. Thanks again, Bill. Appreciate it very much.
All right. Take care, Bill.
Bye-bye.
All right, State Representative Bill Werkheiser here on Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. And Bob, it was good to hear back from Bill again.
Yeah, especially on Wednesday. That was a perfect day, Wednesdays with Werkheiser.
Yeah, I'm glad that he was able to step in this morning when Buddy was tied up in the meeting at 8 o'clock this morning.
And I want to give a plug again for one of our sponsors, Van's Barbecue. A reminder, this Thursday, which is tomorrow, it's all-you-can-eat seafood day. Boiled shrimp, $18.95. Fried shrimp, $23.95. Crab legs, $39.95. That's all-you-can-eat seafood this Thursday at Van's Barbecue. So that's tomorrow. So go check it out.
That's right. Walk in, waddle out.
Walk in and waddle out.
That's right. All you can eat shrimp and crab legs. That good eating right there, Bob.
It's good eating.
Good eating. Good eating.
Definitely going to check that out tomorrow for sure.
All right. Sounds good. Well, that was a great victory by the Wayne County Yellow Jackets last night. It seemed to get a lead, and then they say, "Oh, we're sorry, we got a lead," and then give it back to the other team, and then they come back in the last couple of innings and win, which is great news for the Yellow Jackets.
I was getting worried there. 2 outs in the 6th, nobody on.
I know.
Down 5-4, and then all of a sudden it all started. Like I said, Nick Thomas got that base hit, and Tyler Walden hustled down the line. And the throw's a little bit offline, and Gavin Mixon got the big hit. Hadley Long with a big hit, and then it just snowballed from there. So Palmer Lamb did a great job closing out, too. Came on in the 5th inning. He allowed no runs, no hits, and again, Wayne County gets out there with a nice 9-5 victory, starts the region schedule 1-0.
Yeah, we had that big rally with 2 outs, and Burke had a rally with 2 outs. And it's amazing how you can get, you think you're down and you're out, but then here comes these runs.
I knew it was going to be cold. I just didn't know it was going to be that windy. Man,
it was windy up there in Waynesboro.
It was just unbelievable wind.
Wow.
I mean, that flag was
sideways. It was a flapping in the wind.
It was flapping in the wind.
Not the breeze, the wind.
It was a cold day at Waynesboro, but good to get out of there with a victory. So just crazy conversation between, umpires just want to be part of the show. It was just,
I could
it's
hear
just
it
a long,
during the game there.
Long game. They turned to,
It took 55 minutes for that first inning.
Yeah,
that first inning, because we scored those runs and they scored those runs, and their pitcher seemed like he was slow as molasses doing his wind up to pitch.
You could watch a movie in between his stretch. I never saw a pitcher take that long to get the ball to the plate.
Oh, so that one inning. I looked at the clock. I said, "My Lord, how long is this game going to go?" One inning.
I looked at the clock at the end of the game. I said, "My gosh, we've been here 3 hours."
3 hours. 3 hours.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. For a 7-inning high school baseball game.
The goal was accomplished. Got the big win.
That's right.
So big 9-5. And I said, as soon as we have the official times for Friday, we'll let you know. But
the earlier the better. Now they're calling for the rain to come in around 9 p.m. But that you guess.
You just don't know. Right.
But just the way they look at it, I think the coach said the first game is scheduled to begin at 4:30, and then one afterwards. Maybe they can move it up because both schools have off that day for teacher work days, and it'd be good if they could start at 2. But then you got to work it out with the umps.
Yeah, that's
they got to have off too to be able to come.
That was the thing. They got to check the day, see if they can get umpires to be there that early at 2:00 because a lot of these umpires have jobs that they can't get off that early. So
right. So if they can be there, it'd be better to start at 2. Today's going to be beautiful and cool. Tomorrow's going to be a good-looking day. So Wednesday and Thursday's good-looking days. Friday, most of the day is going to be pretty good-looking, but it's going to start. The winds are going to start picking up on Friday as this front's getting close, bringing us that 90% chance of showers after 9 p.m. on Friday night going into Saturday. Not sure if you're going to get your golf in Saturday or not, Bob.
Yeah, not looking good right now.
Not looking good right now. No. 90% chance on Saturday, then 50% Saturday night, but back to sunshine on Sunday. So
I think the weatherman would know better. I'm supposed to have rain on Saturday.
Well, you told me it never rains on Pine Forest. So.
No, Kenny Bryan said that. I didn't say that.
No, Kenny says that, huh? Always sunny at Pine Forest.
That's Kenny Bryan's favorite saying. Kenny Bryan says it never rains at the Pine Forest. I've never said that.
You were just repeating what you heard, Bob.
Yeah. I was just taking the advice of a wise man.
A wise man. Yeah. Okay. Is he out there playing golf a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's retired. He's semi-retired. He's still doing some work, but he gets to play. A lot more than he has been. But I said, good grief. I said, Bill showed up last Saturday. Bill Werkheiser, so it's good to see him. But
okay.
It's a good group on Saturday. I think we had like 24 last Saturday. So I was proud my team won the money on Saturday. Thanks to Billy Richardson and Sandy Gore and
That's
Joe
right.
Rowley.
Playing for that Monopoly money, right?
Yep. Bragging rights.
Yep. Steak dinners, that kind of stuff. Yep. Now, you reported on the school board meeting, and it sounds like there's as usual as you get at this time of the year, you got people going out, they're changing, retiring, that kind of stuff. And you got 800 employees. You have a lot of turnover each year. And so you reported that this morning. Anything else from the meeting that we need to
I didn't
highlight?
get a chance to talk to anybody. I got
okay.
in about 11:30 last night, so I hadn't had a chance to talk to anybody.
Okay, but there's just a lot of those personnel items they had to take care of. Okay, and maybe you can find out today what happened and report on it tomorrow a little bit more. Any other meetings going on this week? We're usually by Wednesday the meetings are over with. Yeah.
City's getting ready for their retreat.
They're going on that retreat, huh?
Going to Jekyll, so.
Okay. And I think you reported that it looks like that Aaron Rodgers is going to sign with the Jets today, make the announcement sometime around 11 or something like that?
1 o'clock is the official.
1 o'clock, I mean.
He's on one of those shows. I think he's with Pat McAfee at 1
Pat,
o'clock
yeah, he's with Pat.
Make the announcement. So apparently the deal was done. He's lobbying to get some of his former teammates to go with him. So the Jets are trying to do everything to accommodate him. So, but apparently it's a 4-year deal, $44 million, I think is what it was. Or maybe it's a 3-year deal. Let me see. I got the.
Well, see, that's one thing about when Brady went to Tampa Bay, he was able to get Tampa Bay to bring in some folks that he wanted, like Gronk and some other folks. And the same thing with Rodgers here going to the Jets, trying to bring in some people that he wants, which neither one of those guys were able to do with the management at New England or at Green Bay. They didn't really listen to their quarterback that much and saying what you want here. But as these guys have got the clout to be able to do this, maybe Rodgers can get those receivers that he'd like to have.
It's a 4-year deal, $44 million. So apparently plans to play for a few more years in the NFL. So
okay,
but doing the same thing Brett Favre did. Brett Favre went from Green Bay to New York, and Aaron Rodgers now going from Green Bay to New York. So it's like a deja vu.
Deja vu. I think Brett retired for a year and then went there.
The Falcons are spending a bunch of money.
Yeah, they're making some moves here. The Falcons are.
Taylor Heineke, 2-year, $20 million. That's man, what a waste of money that is. Who wants Taylor Heineke? Taylor Heineke needs to kiss his agent. Thank you very much. 2 years for $20 million for being a backup quarterback. Are you kidding me? 2 years. I mean, I don't understand that move. But I'm not the GM of the Falcons. So Arthur Blank's apparently got a lot more money than I have, but that's a waste of money right there. 2 years, $20 million for Taylor Heineke. Who wants Taylor Heineke?
Apparently the Falcons.
For $20 million? Are you kidding?
$10 million a year? You said 20 a year or 20?
It's 2 years, $20 million. All
right, so that's 10 a year.
10 a year.
Okay.
To sit behind Desmond Ritter and hold a clipboard.
Hold a tablet, Bob.
And he's not very good.
He's not very good?
No.
Maybe that's what bad quarterbacks are getting these days.
There's so many other good quarterbacks out of beside Taylor Heineke. I mean, come on.
I don't know, Bob. I'm not making a decision. I'm not looking at the facts and the figures and all that kind of stuff.
I'm just my personal opinion.
Your
Falcons,
opinion is you wouldn't pay him squat.
That was a waste of money. He's in the same category as Mason Rudolph.
Who?
Mason Rudolph, who the Steelers still haven't cut. They need to cut him. He's a free agent. Hopefully somebody picks him up. I don't see anybody calling his phone.
No, they're not. They're not bringing that phone to his agent, are they?
No, because nobody wants him. They realize he's not any good.
And speaking of agents, that quarterback for is it Baltimore?
What is Lamar Jackson thinking?
He doesn't have an agent.
It doesn't matter.
Who
turns down 3 years, 100? What's that? 100, I don't know.
Because he wants to be the highest paid guy in the division. That quarterback that went to Cleveland, he cannot stand that guy might make more than him.
Last year, it doesn't matter. Sign that contract, 3 years, $133 million.
He needs an agent.
He needs some
That's what
common
Dan
sense.
Patrick was talking about that day before. You see on Monday about the benefits that would be due Lamar to have an agent.
He needs a pen. Sign the contract.
Well, the agent might be able to talk to him in the terms that he could understand.
Pen, say Lamar, do the math. 4 years, 3 years, $133 million. What is that? That's the most.
Well, that his mom's basically his agent, and his mom's probably saying, "Hold out, son, hold out. We need more money."
I don't understand people. Just don't. That makes no sense.
I
to me
don't
at
understand, Bob, but they're just saying it's an ego thing because Cleveland, was able to sign that quarterback, and he just thinks that he deserves more than him, and he just cannot stand being across the field from him on twice a year in the same division and not making more money than him when he knows he's more talented than him. It's an ego thing, Bob.
Cleveland's already admitting that was the biggest mistake they made.
Of course, it was a big
Watson wasn't very
mistake.
good last year, so I don't think he's going to be very good this year. So, not fearing him. So,
Okay.
but Lamar Jackson, somebody needs to hand him a pen and say, sign the contract. If he keeps saying he wants to stay in Baltimore, that's a pretty nice offer. 3 years, $133 million.
That's
that's up
Would
there.
you turn that down?
Heck no. I want the Taylor Heineke deal. I want the Falcons to give me 2 years, $20 million to sit on the bench.
10 million a year to sit on the bench, huh? I can do that.
No, and I'm not any good. Taylor Heineke, $20 million for 2 years. What a waste of money.
Waste of money, Bob. Waste of money.
It's unbelievable what these guys are making.
Unbelievable.
$10 million to sit on the bench a year. It's a good gig if you can get it.
That's a good gig, Bob. Sign me up. What do I sign?
Stetson Bennett, your future's bright. Just get with the team and sign that contract.
Yeah. Well, Stetson's got the talent that perhaps, after
Why did the Falcons just wait for Stetson Bennett?
I don't know, Bob.
I was talking to somebody the other day. That's the team that that's the team that knows more about Stetson Bennett than anybody, the Falcons. When people come Sunday after the Georgia win, they're buzzing in the Atlanta Stadium talking about how great George was and Stetson Bennett. They should know more about him than anybody. That'd be a great pick.
Well, somehow it's like
he'd be a lot better than Taylor Heineke.
Never signed Tebow. The Falcons never signed Herschel Walker. When they had the opportunity, they don't seem to want to get these local guys in.
I don't understand it.
I don't either, Bob. There must be a reason.
But I'm gonna call Arthur Blank and ask him what he's
call
thinking.
Arthur up.
Say, what are you doing?
We'll get him on the hotline here.
Why do you want Taylor? Taylor?
Well, Bob, anything else on your mind this morning?
Sounds like he should be selling Heineken beers instead of playing football.
All right.
Nope. Just have a great day.
All right. Have a good day, Bob. All right, the world famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates. Coming up in a few minutes from now, you'll have the opportunity to win